You know the exact feeling. You snap at a partner over a trivial comment. You abandon a budget to make a stress purchase online. You fire off an angry email you immediately wish you could unsend. Society trains us to view these reactive mistakes as a lack of discipline. We're told that losing our cool or giving in to an impulse means we lack character. So we sit in the aftermath of a conflict or a bad financial decision, replaying the tape in our heads, punishing ourselves with a single repetitive thought, I am smarter than this. But what if that specific mistake has nothing to do with your personality? These reactive mistakes happen when a biological survival sequence takes priority over your logic. Under enough pressure, your brain chooses speed over character. Your nervous system operates like a silent autopilot. Without your conscious permission, it constantly monitors your environment to decide what physical mode you need to be in to survive. Think of this operating system as a ladder. In connection, at the top, your mind holds nuance. Under threat, you drop to mobilization in the middle, primed to fight or flee. If overwhelmed, you drop to shutdown at the bottom, completely withdrawing to conserve resources. This is a zebra in the wild. When facing a predator, it enters mobilization, escapes, and physically shakes off the stress to return to baseline. Humans take modern social stressors, like financial pressure or relationship conflict, and biologically process them as if a predator is constantly in the room. Your current position on this internal ladder secretly dictates how you perceive reality. When your body is activated, a neutral comment sounds like an insult, and a minor inconvenience feels like a disaster. Entering that mobilized state is like flying a plane into a sudden storm. Survival protocols actively override your higher-level logic. You immediately get hit with a bandwidth tax. The perceived threat consumes your brain's working memory. This lack of capacity forces your perception to tunnel, losing nuance. Inside this tunnel, your brain seeks instant relief, prioritizing a fast dopamine hit over your long-term goals. Demanding discipline during this biological storm is like asking a machine to run without power. The higher brain functions required for long-term planning are physically offline. Because willpower collapses under pressure, you have to abandon brute force. Instead, you have to manually regulate your biological state. This relies on a highly trainable mental skill called response inhibition. In everyday practice, it is the 2-second choice, or the micropause. If your rising anger or panic is a revving car engine, the micropause is the clutch. It smoothly disengages the engine of your emotion from the wheels of your behavior. Taking 2 seconds to feel your feet on the floor or take a single breath stops the automatic reflex. It buys your higher brain the exact amount of time it needs to reboot. This is a photograph of Daniel Kahneman, the researcher who documented how our minds operate on 2 distinct tracks: a fast automatic survival system and a slower deliberate reasoning system. The micropause is the mechanism that lets you manually toggle back to deliberate thought. Calm is not a passive, weak mood. It is a biological state of highly controlled energy and intense readiness. Mastering that tiny 2-second gap creates a practical advantage. It gives you enough time to move past a survival reflex and choose a response that actually serves your future.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, The Calm Advantage: Why Regulated People Win in Money, Health, and Relationships. This isn't theory, it's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.